All right, everybody, welcome to National Chumps Season 2 episode, I don't know, week 10 picks, we'll call it.
Sure. Yeah, that works for me.
I've lost what number we're on at this point. It might be 17. This is why I couldn't do the episodes because y'all put me in charge and I don't know. I can't count that high.
Yeah, I know that we've been running 2 a week for the last 8 or 9 weeks here.
We've been
Just
trying
getting
to.
well, we've been pretty consistent with it. We haven't been too bad. I think we had a little bit of a bye last week or sometime the last 2 weeks we had a bye. But we're back fresh off the bye, ready to talk to some picks, help the people out.
Hopefully.
Um, we were talking before the recording started that this doesn't look like the greatest week of college football. But there's still some plays out there for you to win some money and just fuel our football Saturday. So
Yep. Sleepy Saturdays in college football almost always deliver. Almost always.
yeah, and I know that Jay Bird is heading over to the Air Force over the weekend. He'll be at the Army Air Force game. And we'll touch on that game a little bit. We were talking today earlier too about some of the games that we liked, some of the lines that we liked, and I think there's a lot of lines out there that are really really interesting this week, and I know that you'll have some opinions on them too.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. There's a couple games out here where I'm like, yeah. I like this game. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you want to start with tomorrow night in the Carrier Dome?
Yeah, for sure.
Bill
Let's
Bill
get that one.
Belichick and the boys marching up to Syracuse, New York. A little sleepy Friday night. Tar Heels
Yeah,
are Tar Heels are dogs.
and Syracuse, ever since their starting quarterback has been absent, has not been very good.
No. No.
And the last 4 weeks or so, UNC starting to turn it around a little bit. I think they're finding some momentum. They're putting some points on the board. They almost had a win against a ranked Virginia team,
Yep.
you
Pushing to
know.
overtime.
So I think that, you know, in a game that obviously has very little patience anymore, I think especially for these big time programs, getting rid of coaches quickly, getting rid of coaches when they don't feel like it's a fit, whatever it may be. Um, I think patience with Bill Belichick right now is kind of what he's asking for. And I think he finds it a little unreasonable, just the scrutiny that he's getting. But I just think college football, the carousel is a lot different than the NFL. The expectations are a lot different than the NFL, because you're not really rebuilding a program. You're making a program to win now, especially in the transfer portal era.
Yeah, but it's hard when you're the new guy, right? Like, it's hard to get settled in, figure out what the portal actually looks like because he's coming from a completely different background, and so is Michael Lombardi. Like, they're the NFL world. Like, they're not used to this. Like, yeah, free agency's a thing, and yeah, like you had to do some like talent evaluation, but college football is completely different with this portal. Like, this defense is playing better. They kept Sangapuatele to 21.
Yep.
They kept Virginia and Chandler Morris to 17, and that game went to overtime. So the defense is better. Gio Lopez being back and healthy for North Carolina, I think, helps a lot. I think this team has more momentum than Syracuse does. As much as I love Fran Brown, like it's just not the same Syracuse team.
Right. They just haven't been able to figure it out since their starting quarterback. I think he's a dual last name guy, if I'm
Yeah,
correct.
yeah. Hyphen guy.
Um, so we'll just call him, since I'm too lazy to look up his name right now, the hyphen.
I
But
gotcha.
ever since the hyphen's been out, Syracuse has been a totally different team. And UNC, like we said, definitely carrying momentum into the Carrier Dome. And I think this line is pretty close. I think UNC is at plus 115 last time I saw.
Plus 110
Um,
right now on
plus
FanDuel.
110. And I could see it going down even more by the time kickoff comes because I think a lot of the money is starting to slide to UNC.
Yeah, Steve Angeli is his name, by the way.
Ah, okay, okay. So
Achilles
uh
gone.
we're feeling the Tar Heels. We're feeling a little Bill Belichick magic. Know that guy's won a lot of games in October.
Four and three.
Why not add one more?
4-3 ATS as well this year. So where Syracuse 3-5 ATS. So do
Interesting
with
stat there. That's a
do
good
with
nugget.
that with what you will.
Yeah, for sure. So we're thinking Tar Heels. We like the Tar Heels, and with basketball season right around the corner, this is a matchup that you'd love to see in March
Would love to.
too.
Would
Yeah,
love to.
the old Jim Calhoun and Roy Williams
Ah,
days.
yes,
Just give me Ray Felton at the point for
please.
UNC.
Tyler
Uh,
Hansborough.
yes, for sure, dude.
Uh,
They had what was it, Dustin May or something like it wasn't Dustin May
it wasn't Dustin
or
May. He plays
Drake
for the
May,
Dodgers.
but there's Sean May. It was Sean May.
Sean May.
He was an absolute banger down in the post. But it can't get too off track here. We're getting just really excited for college basketball,
College
guys.
basketball is so exciting. It's almost
Like
here.
it's hard to keep our hands down when we talk about college basketball because we're we're gonna be all over the hoops for you guys.
Yeah.
I saw that the first preseason pyramid was out. Got a little
Trapezoid.
excited.
Yeah.
The trapezoid, yes, not the pyramid, trapezoid.
Yes.
But it's gonna be a fun year. It's gonna be a fun year for that.
Yeah, I can't wait. We talked about it today. Man, it got me going a little bit. I can't wait to bet Monday night SWAC and get disappointed some more.
Absolutely. Crushing those 4 minutes ago live overs,
Yep.
live unders if you
Yep.
want.
Yep.
It's gonna be a fun ride with us.
All right, let's stay on topic here. Let's move to Austin, Texas. The Vanderbilt Commodores, Diego Pavia, Clark Lee go down to visit a concussed and potentially pulled over for speeding Arch Manning this week. He might be transferring to Georgia after that. I don't know.
I was gonna say, where's the Georgia line coming in here?
Yeah.
Because it sounds like he's their guy.
So, he's a perfect fit. We'll say that.
Yeah.
Riding in his Yukon Denali that's way too big for him, but that's okay.
The campus lifestyle grade for Arch Manning at Georgia is definitely A+. So
Without a doubt.
but there's no way that guy's going in the portal. Him and
No.
Sark are just tied at the hip. I think Sark is waiting for a job to open up next year in the NFL so he can just take him number 1 overall and then just keep this train going. And doesn't matter where it's at. But I think that the Commodores are a little undervalued in this spot. I think they've played better football than Texas all season long.
Mhm.
And I think it's a little bit of just going off of Texas's name, the guys on Texas's roster, and not so much about the product on the field. Although I do think that this is a good spot for Texas to get back on track. I think it's a 2-loss Texas team realizing that the end of the road is near. And since the end of the road is near, they're going to put everything out there to beat this Vanderbilt team. But Vanderbilt is also built a little bit different this year. This isn't your drunk uncle's Vanderbilt anymore. All right. They're a legit college football team. They're a legit top 10 team. They could make the playoff. I said it last week that I think that they're definitely a playoff team, and I'm still going to stick to that. And I think when they go into Austin and beat them by 10, that everybody's going to be on the Vanderbilt train now. I think this is the game where people are going to say, hey, look, Vanderbilt's for Rio. Diego Pavia is a Heisman candidate potentially. And I don't know if I want to go all in on the Diego Pavia Heisman talk, especially with the way Fernando Mendoza's been playing, the way that Ty Simpson's been playing. I think those guys have some bigger arguments for the Heisman than Diego. But you just never know, especially if he goes into Texas and torches his defense. The problem is Texas is really good at stopping the run. Vanderbilt's really good at running the football. It's gonna be a bloodbath. But I think Vanderbilt comes out on top because I think they're just stronger physically and mentally than Texas.
Yeah, I've been so out on this damn Texas team. I think I put them in the upset special when they played at Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
And Kentucky kick a damn field goal in overtime and see what happens. I said that Mississippi State was going to get them, and if we don't punt the damn ball to the best punt returner in the country, probably upset them too. So I don't know. To me, this Texas team should have 4 losses at this point. They should be out of it, but they're not. Which credit to them. That's experience. That's heart, determination, grit, all those things. But Vanderbilt's got them too. And they got them probably a little bit more than Texas does. They're not here for the money. They're not here for the cars. They're not here for the campus stuff. They're here to play school and occasionally get a break to play football.
The Harvard of the South, baby.
That's right. That's right. So I like Vandy too. We're getting to the point where trends really start to show up. So Vanderbilt is 6-2 ATS. Texas is 2-6 ATS.
Yeah, Texas has just underperformed their number one ranking to start the year. And I understand all the hype that was around Texas and why everybody was thinking that they're a legit team. Like their roster is legit
Good.
in itself, and I know all those things factor into the coaches polls. And sadly they still do, because I really don't know if their product is that much better than, I and what are they ranked right now? 21, 22?
20, I think, straight up.
See, I feel like there might be some teams lower than them that, like, I would like to see a Michigan Texas game.
Would love to. Take the under.
Yes, very much so. That's a clock game if I've ever heard of one. So,
Absolute rock fight.
and those are two programs that are, and I'll say it as a Michigan fan, kind of living off their name, to get them to that level, that brand. That's what's getting the recruits. That's what's getting them the votes. Like they're always going to be in it, whether we like it or not.
Yep. Which sucks, but oh well, it is what it is. Next game is 10 a.m.er Mountain Time.
Oh yeah,
Nooner for you East Coast bums. The team who hasn't covered a spread all year in Penn State versus a team who's covered almost every single spread in Ohio State. It's gone down to 19.5 now, which I feel more inclined to potentially take. But Ohio State's going to blow them out of the water. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of points, but for where Penn State's at as a program right now, I don't know how you can back them and feel confident.
No.
Like we said, trends are an interesting stat, and when you haven't covered the spread once, it's hard to trust you.
Yep. One game that I'm sure that you are taking a line, Army Air Force over under 49.5.
So this is the one that's tough for me. Because when we think about Air Force, I have been backing this over since the first episode that we've done. I have loved Air Force overs.
They're 6-1.
They are 6-1 against it, but here's the stat that's kind of driving me against it. So since 2014, back when I was in high school, there hasn't been more than 43 points scored in this game. They've met 11 times. And actually, 31 or less points have been scored in 9 of the last 11 matchups. All right. So that's a stat to keep an eye on. However, this is an Air Force team that looks a lot different than it ever has before. But Army still has the same defense. They have the same philosophies. They've always done the same thing: run the ball, control the clock, keep your offense on the field for as long as possible, and keep Air Force's offense off the field as long as possible. That's the biggest thing. And I think Army's going to do a good job of keeping Air Force's offense off the field. One, because Air Force defensively just isn't very good.
No.
And I don't think Army's really that good offensively to just have these explosive plays that are going to help get you to that number of 49.5. Or you said 49.5, correct?
49.
Yeah. So for me, like if they were playing anybody else, you're going to add 2 touchdowns to the score. But this is a game that goes back to the beginning of college football, right? Like these are 2 storied programs. Army, obviously, a lot more than the Air Force, but it's a service game. These games are always tough. They're gritty. They're ankle biter games. They're bite your kneecaps off. Like, don't care if you have 2 butt cheeks or 1 butt cheek. Like, we're playing this game to death. And, for me, this seems like a 23-20 kind of game. I think it'll get close to that number. But I don't know if Air Force's offense is going to be able to be on the field enough for them to get the number.
Yeah, interesting. And I mean, if they haven't gotten to, what'd you say, 33?
Nine
with
of the
the
last 11 meetings haven't even gotten to 31.
and that's with the old clock rules.
Right.
Like that's wild. The new clock rules. Yeah. I don't know. It should be a fun game up at the Air Force Academy this weekend. Beautiful weather. I'm sure Jaybird will get to enjoy it.
Yeah, sitting in those bleachers, it should be a good time.
Yeah. Go Army, beat Air Force.
I'm on the Air Force side. I'd like to see Air Force take them down. But
You know who we work for, right?
I do know who.
Okay, all right.
I
I
do
just
know
wanted to
who.
make sure.
I do know who cuts the checks.
All right. I just
But
wanted to make sure.
at the end of the day, Air Force has been my team. I've been backing them up on this over.
Valid.
I'd like to see it hit. Like, I would love to be wrong about this. For me, I just can't. It's hard for me to put my money where my mouth is and take this over just because the stats tell you not to do it. But there's also that part of me that's just that kind of asshole that says, you know what, screw it. I'm going to do it anyways. You're telling me no? All right, I'll tell you yeah. Let me put $20 on it and see what happens.
I love it.
You
I
know,
love it.
I'll keep you posted on what I decide to play there.
I love it. Stay tuned to the socials.
Yes.
See
We
if I
might
can
see
get a graphic put together tomorrow afternoon in the midst of chaos.
might see a meltdown of the Air Force, but
There might be an over under on how much candy I eat in the next 3 days.
okay. I know that you think you have chaos at your building, but you know, when these K-5 kids are thinking about Halloween, I mean, this week is a wash.
Yeah, I know. yeah.
Like
This is a hard week.
Like there's a trick or treat event at our school last week. Okay, so these kids have been jazzed since Thursday of last week for everything to go down.
2-week tailgate for Halloween.
I mean, basically, it's awesome. It's great. And, you know, I love it for them. They're so excited. It's very cool. And the best part is we don't have to see them on the day after.
That's right. That's all that matters.
Exactly.
My middle school PE teachers used to make us run a mile the day after Halloween.
Oh,
Brutal.
gosh.
Brutal.
You're running off that Snickers Twix bar that you had 2 of on your way to class because they were in your backpack because you snuck them in from the pillowcase. Yeah, we all know that you brought that sucker into class when you weren't
100%.
supposed to. Like when I was in the classroom, I was looking at kids. It's like, where'd that piece of candy come from? They're like, I don't know.
Found it. It was on the ground.
What's your snack today? 6 bags of Sour Patch Kids? That's crazy.
You got a king size in there?
It's like, I'm going to take that and not give it back.
I tell my kids they got to pay the fat man tax. You owe me. If you bring some, you owe me.
What's your go-to Halloween candy?
That's a good question. I'm a peanut butter guy. Need them
Reese's.
peanut butter. Need them peanut butter cups, bro. It's
gosh.
Yeah, I'm like the guy in 51st Days. Hey, peanut butter cups.
So you want me to put the peanut butter cups in your eggs?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Reese's. I think a cold Reese's is
the best.
Very, very, very solid.
I got a couple of those in the fridge right now.
I've always been a Twix guy. Something about the cookie in there. Like I've
left or right. What are you thinking?
You know, I'm a right Twix guy.
Oh my. Okay.
I mean, I don't want to say anything that's going to get me in trouble, but I lean right Twix. Okay.
Oh, I got you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I lean right Twix. But I'm very fond of what the left has to offer. So,
they're
but
both really delicious.
they're really good if you take the mini ones and you got a hot cup of coffee and you just put them in there and they melt, and then yeah, that's good stuff. Love me some Twix. Love me some Twix. And can't go wrong with Skittles either.
All right, back on track here. The third member of our team is currently out hanging out with his future in-laws. So shout out Bird. He's on Duke plus 138 going into Death Valley. That's no longer the Valley of Death.
Well, not for other teams anyways.
Nah, no one's scared of Clemson.
Nope, nobody is scared of Clemson.
All right,
how wrong was I? That was my national champion.
I mean, yeah, we both had Clemson. I had Penn State. Like, yeah, it's great. Things are awesome. We love college sports. What could go wrong? Speaking of what could go wrong, enlighten me. Miami, Florida, travels outside the state of Florida for the first time in the year 2025. SMU's plus 315, 11.5 point dogs. No way Mario Cristobal blows this, right? No way.
I mean, he doesn't have the track record of doing that or anything. He always wins those
No.
games. He always
Fortunately,
performs well. And you know what he's really good at doing lately is managing the clock.
oh yeah, it's so good.
That's his
Also,
strength.
Saturday turns the calendar to November. It's the Mario Scary month.
Ooh. So his
So
Halloween's in November.
indeed, we've talked about it multiple times. What his record against non-ranked opponents in the month of November is. It's
And
not good.
going on the road, like and we've trolled SMU this year. We have not
Oh
been
yeah.
very high on SMU.
Ooh.
We have not liked them one bit.
I love Lashley though.
Yeah,
He's getting one of these jobs. He's gonna get one of the open jobs.
and I like their quarterback. I can't remember Jennings.
Jennings. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Kevin
like
Jennings.
he was such a baller last year, and SMU was a great story last year. I thought they were fun to watch. They're an awesome team. Just hasn't been their year this year, and it happens. Took a little bit of a step back. You know, they were kind of one of those Cinderella teams last year, which was cool. But their time is done, at least for this year. But seems like a perfect opportunity for them to play spoiler.
Yeah, no better time to strike like the present. The problem is they're 2-6 ATS.
Yeah, but I like this game going over. Why? Couldn't tell you. I
I
saw
like
it at
50 and a half.
yeah, I saw 50 and a half, and I was like, Miami can get to 30, and I can see SMU getting to 20.
Oh yeah.
Even if it's in the back door, you
Yeah.
know.
Without a doubt. I mean, I think I told you earlier, SMU's pass defense ranks near the bottom. Their rush defense, however, is closer to the top 20. Um, Miami, they do this thing where they like to run the ball towards the end of certain possessions. It's the old like offensive line mentality of like I'm going to assert my will. The
Yeah.
problem is asserting my will comes in a moment where you need to really step on someone's throat.
Hmm.
Mario's favorite thing to do, by the way, is take his foot off the gas and not finish the game. So that's always my concern. Miami sleepy first half last week. They went at a halftime 7-7 against Stanford. Carson Beck looked horrible, was missing guys left and right, behind, was not on time, missing receivers over the middle. Like, if the Carson Beck that was at Georgia last year shows up, SMU sleepy spot here, and like they are certainly on my upset watch this weekend.
Yeah, I think this is one of those big numbers like 315 that's
It's 350.
very, very reasonable to put a sprinkle on. Just because of what you said about Cristobal, Miami hasn't been perfect lately. In fact, they've probably been far from it.
Far from it.
And they're also traveling outside the state of Florida for the first time. So I think that's I kind of like this play. And they had a big, I mean, they crushed Stanford last week.
But it
But
took them to the second half to get rolling, and it took
right.
6 whatever his face is from Oregon State. Whatever. Who cares? But he transferred to Stanford. He threw 5 interceptions inside of 50. Like he handed them the ball in field goal territory already.
Yeah. And I think if you look at Miami's schedule the rest of the way, I think Sleepy November is the perfect way to put it
Yeah.
because you go to SMU, you host Syracuse, you host NC State, you go to Virginia Tech, and you go to Pittsburgh. Um, I know that Miami's a pretty good team. I know that they have what it takes to get to the national title game. I firmly believe that. It's
Mhm.
just, are they going to start taking the gas off the brakes? And if that's Mario Cristobal's MO, one of these weeks, whether it's the NC State week or the Virginia Tech week or Pittsburgh, one of those is one of those. If you take a break, they're going to take advantage of you. They're going
Without
to
a
find a
doubt.
way.
And they're in trouble. If they get 2 losses, they're in trouble. Like
Oh yeah.
they can miss
Oh
the
yeah.
playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Like the ACC is a disaster. We talked about it a little bit last week. If Miami loses 2 games, they're toast.
For
Absolute
sure.
toast. Um, Another game here on the slate, super quick. Well, I do this all the time. Oh, Levitt at Arizona State is out. That number has jumped to 7.5. So hopefully, if you got Iowa State, you got them early.
Yep.
Outside of that, pretty sleepy. May I interest you in Notre Dame minus 28.5 at Boston College?
You may interest me.
I like that.
I feel like Notre Dame, and if you take this bet and it's like 21-14 at halftime, don't worry about it.
You're good.
Notre Dame comes alive in the second half. That ground game is just incredible right now. Marcus Freeman, those 2 tough losses at the beginning, but the boys are going now. And like I said, when those losses happened, they're going to find a way to get right back in this playoff talk, and they're right there again.
Yep, they're here, and they're not going anywhere either. Their schedule is perfectly set up. Forget the stat about the Pope dying and them going 9-3. So they're probably going 10-2. Let's see another game here. The old Florida Georgia rivalry. Georgia goes into this game 7.5 point favorites. We've been off this Georgia team all year. I don't know what this Florida team looks like without Billy Napier calling plays. I really don't. They have the talent. They could do whatever they want. It's just whether or not is it in the system? Is it in the structure? I am tempted to lay plus 235 with the Florida Gators and have my heart ripped out once more.
And I don't think anybody would blame you for taking that. Number one, Swamp, tough place to play, no matter what.
They're playing in Jacksonville. It's at Jacksonville.
Okay, so if they're in Jacksonville, a little bit of a different story.
Yeah, neutral site. Neutral site.
Again, I would like to see the record of teams who fired their head coach to the next week this season. Because are we going to have like a UCLA scenario where all of a sudden they get the play caller in that's the fit, or at least a fit for a week, and it's all like, yeah, that's right, that was this guy's fault. It wasn't our fault. It was the coach's fault. We've always been this good. And if Florida goes in and beats Georgia, that's exactly what everybody's going to say. And look who decided to show up wearing his Vandy hat. Love that.
What a guy.
Vandy's beating Texas.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier a little bit.
Thank goodness.
Are you where's your allegiance lie this weekend in your SEC epitome of the Florida Georgia rivalry?
Florida Georgia by 21.5.
Perfect. There you have it, folks. Go ahead. Florida money line feels safe.
Florida money line feels really good.
No, it doesn't.
Appreciate you.
No, it doesn't. Dude, Georgia's going to run away with that game. Florida's not good at all.
What happens
if Napier?
Yeah, they lost the crutch. They lost the guy holding them back.
The crutch is DJ Lagway. Get a new quarterback.
The fuck are you talking about?
That's
oh my god! If Lagway
you can't have somebody who throws 4 picks a game and expect to win. Same with
he's also trying to push the ball down the field because Napier's out here playing bubble screen every other play.
All right, well,
and the Florida defense is good.
Anybody who takes Florida money line's a fool.
Give them to me. Give them to me. Fucking
anybody who takes Florida money lines a fool might be the clip of the week.
He also told me last year Kentucky was going to win the SEC. So go ahead, do with that what you will.
Look, maybe he was thinking college basketball.
Sure.
College baseball. even worse.
They're actually not bad in baseball. They're okay.
Yeah. Sorry, what did I hop into? What were we talking about, boys?
You just missed. You came in at the right time. We were just talking Florida, Georgia. We hit on a couple of the other games this week. There's one more SEC game that we haven't touched on yet. The only other ranked matchup this week, because I do believe Oklahoma is still ranked. Yes? No?
Unfortunately.
So we got Oklahoma, Tennessee, which is an interesting matchup for at least one reason. Oklahoma's got a good defense. Tennessee has a strong offense. And who's going to prevail in that one? And I like the Sooners here.
It's a blackout Knoxville, Tennessee. Give them to me. Give me the blacked out Vols.
Yeah, the tweet that was showed to me today was from Tennessee saying that they're encouraging the fans to black out.
Say less.
I don't think a lot of those people are going to need their arm twisted too much to black out for the Vols.
Nope.
I'm sure there will be some volunteers to black out.
Oh, good. I like it.
Yeah.
We're on a roll
Yeah.
today. We're on a roll with the puns today.
Man,
We
it
are.
was just pitch after pitch today. It was great.
It was awesome. Taking jacks left and right.
But I will never pick Tennessee to win a game. I can't.
Every time I do, they burn me.
I can.
I
I
hate
can.
Tennessee.
Bird, are you picking
How can
Tennessee?
you say that wearing that hat?
Definitely. I mean, I get it, but I'm not gonna let that stop me from taking the better team here.
All right, Oklahoma money line. You heard it her first.
You can put it on the board.
You guys keep thinking this is week 1 through 4. I've been doing pretty goddamn good.
In the NFL.
Snap.
I've been doing pretty good in college too.
It's been okay.
I've been decent. I've been middle of the pack. Okay,
Because
Yeah,
it's not like I'm going 0-3 every week again.
Because we haven't been giving out picks. That's why.
Yeah, we've been struggling getting the picks out lately. We've been on
graphics. Fridays are tough right now. Kicking my ass.
We've had a couple of bye weeks mixed in here, so we're sorry. We'll do better tomorrow, hopefully. But we are.
I'll do my best.
We are on OU, except for Bird. He's taking Tennessee.
That one's taking Tennessee too.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
he's
taking
not.
Tennessee.
Come on. That OU defense is nasty.
I'll be wearing my Tennessee jersey to school tomorrow.
I can't respect that. How can you say that wearing a Vanderbilt hat right now?
Shut up. I'm a BYU fan. Don't make me put the Dagger jersey on.
Man.
Okay.
If only
just because I went to Nashville doesn't mean
if only somebody would have found me a hat at that Nashville bookstore.
I was dealing with some head issues. I'm sorry. Okay.
So you don't have a black eye anymore.
Somebody couldn't remember.
I get it. You got in a fight with the concrete won. You know,
one big time.
Yeah, gosh. I saw somebody that you were with the other day, and the first thing he said to me, didn't even say hi Rev, just goes, "Bro, you missed it." And I was like, I know I did.
We should have had the first flight out.
I wish that
he tried.
Somebody,
he was looking at flights when we were golfing on Friday.
Yeah, I had the parlay lined up to win it all. Pay for the whole thing.
Brutal. Wish that one would have hit.
Yeah,
we got to the fourth hole, and he was like, "Fuck, what's it cost to fly out of here tonight?"
But you know what? Shot an 89 that day.
You did.
Beauty. Shot a 101 today.
Ooh. Where?
Valley.
Nice.
But hey.
Wait, you shot a 101 at Valley?
Scrub, dude.
But hey.
Do you find any what are they, tailor-made distance pluses out there? Because I lost quite a few.
I added to it. Don't worry. I also hit a few 350.
Attaboy.
Nice. I used my 5-iron the last 8 holes of the day, and I did great.
Perfect.
Yeah, flushing them.
Too bad it's winter season. It's all over.
Yeah.
X Golf or Golf X, whatever it's called. Here we come.
All right. There's not much here left on the slate to talk about.
We could get into picks.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead. Fire us off there, Coacher.
Well, we already heard one of Bird's. He was taking Duke on the money line. Bird, do you want to give a rhyme or reason? Or are you just that excited about college basketball that you have to take Duke right now?
No, I am not. I had Duke on there?
Yep.
Nah. I don't even remember who they were playing. I had this dialed up for
Clemson.
Midweeker. Clemson? Oh, they're at Clemson, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just a big Mensa guy right now.
Just to confirm, that says Duke, right?
Yeah, I know.
It's the first one.
I'm looking at the same thing.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure.
I'm looking at the same thing. I don't know. I like the plus 126 range. Okay, it's not too high, it's not too low. And I think Duke has played really well on the road, in my opinion. I think they're pretty decent on the road. and
But
Clemson's fallen off. Dabo
Yeah, they
Sweeney's looking at next year recruits already. So I think Duke gets a little sneaky W here.
I like it. Manny Diaz also probably going to get the Penn State job now that everybody else has turned it down.
Interesting.
Ooh, interesting.
He's the only
I
one.
saw I saw earlier today James Franklin looking at Virginia Tech, possibly.
I think this is a
Not a
classic.
lot of validity in it, but
I think this is a
he's
classic Jimmy Sexton play. Like, hey, he's going to go take the Virginia Tech job just to see who
Yeah.
else scrambles to find money somewhere. I
Fair
love
enough.
the LSU thing that's going on right now. What a disaster.
Yeah, parting ways
It
with
is a
the
disaster,
AD
but
is
what do you expect out of those?
All because
Southern.
the governor bullied him out of it.
Thank God. It's
Good
probably
job,
for the
Mr.
best.
Governor. I suppose. But now you have to find a good AD and a good head coach. Good luck, unless you're hiring Nick Saban.
To be the AD.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He won't coach, but he'd be a damn good AD. Too bad he's still got an office in Tuscaloosa.
All right, Dunham. First
Tomorrow
pick.
night, North Carolina plus 110.
Okay.
Yep. So we got a Duke pick, a North Carolina pick, and I feel like I should be thinking of a basketball school, right?
UConn.
Golly, I mean, their money line's probably pretty expensive.
Memphis is minus 13.5 tomorrow night.
But I'm actually going to go to the Mountain West.
Ooh.
The matchup between the New Mexico Lobos and the UNLV Rebels.
I knew it. This guy's a UNLV fiend this year.
I know.
Big Mullen guy.
I will be taking UNLV at minus. I think I saw it at 3.5. It could be up to 4.5 by now.
It's 4.5. Just jumped. We looked earlier. It's 3.5.
I will still take UNLV at minus 4.5. I'm comfortable playing that one. New Mexico has been pretty solid this year, but they are 1-3 away from New Mexico. UNLV had the bye week last week. They're at home. I feel really good about that. I would even play this up to a full touchdown. I think UNLV is a better team, and I like what Dan Mullen's doing down there. So give me the Rebels minus 4.5.
Jason Eck might be one of these dudes at New Mexico who gets one of these jobs after the carousel starts to really spin. If we get coaches leaving certain spots, Jason Eck could certainly be a guy who leaves New Mexico.
All right, Bird, over to you. Pick 2.
One quick question here. Does anybody have a pick on the picks that I sent for their picks tonight?
No.
I didn't see your picks for tonight, so I don't know.
No.
All right, fuck it. I'm going Cincy plus 205. Beautiful stat from my boy Dungham here. Utah. Not very good when college game day comes around, and I think that's going to play into my hand here. Cincinnati showing up in Utah. I can't remember what's Cincinnati's quarterback's name.
Braden Sorsby.
Sorsby is a freaking dog. That guy on offense can do whatever he wants. We've seen that week to week. Dunham's talked about it week in, week out. I think this is another week for them. They're going to do the same thing against Utah. Utah had a great week last week against one of the worst teams, CU, in the Big 12. I think CU's bad. They didn't start a bunch of kids either, but that doesn't give them a reason to be that bad. So I think they're on a little bit of a high right now. Utah is. They're like, yeah, we're going to go beat the crap out of Cincinnati too. Not going to happen.
Yeah, and I mean, since he's been on a roll ever since they lost to Nebraska, they really have been. The number that sticks out to me is Utah being at minus 8.5 or better is 5-0 against that spread this year. They're at home. Utah's a tough place to play. Cincinnati is also down. Their injured running back, his name is Evan Pryor, and he's their top ball toter. Okay, like he's the one getting the carries, and he's gone. And now you got to go on the road, play against Utah in a very hostile environment. I'm not sure if Utah can cover 10 because that's where it's all the way jumped up to now. But since he at plus 305 right now, I think it's worth a sprinkle. I mean, just for the value alone.
Oh, since he's at plus 305 right now, my bad.
Yeah. Yep. They
So-
jumped. They jumped after the news the running back is out.
Yeah, so I think that's going to play a pretty big factor, especially if they can just key in on Sorsby now. Sorsby might not have the lanes he's
Probably.
been getting used to in the Big 12.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm sticking with my guns. I'm not changing my bet. I'm sticking with him since he plus 305 now.
I like it.
Do it.
I like it. Okay. Team we haven't talked about, the number one team in America, travels to Annapolis, Maryland this weekend. The Hoosiers at minus 21.5. Thank you.
That seems like a pretty solid bet right there.
Yeah,
I would take that.
Kurt Signetti's out for blood. He doesn't care what the score is. This could be 65-7.
Top 10 team, bottom 10 team, they're all getting the fucking works.
Yeah, I would like to say Mike Loxley ends up on the hot seat after this game. However, Washington's played really, really well this year, and they're getting closer to 500. So I don't know. We'll see.
I am going to look at quickly I would be interested to see what Maryland is at home against the spread. Because
I don't know, don't care.
Maryland's 4-3, 5-2 against the spread. I don't know. Maryland hasn't been all that bad this year.
Washington went across the country, and Washington was down by 24, and Maryland blew it.
Yeah,
this game's over.
It kind of depends if Maryland makes it interesting in the first half. If they get to this number,
nope. Indiana's defense is too good.
5-2 against the spread. I'm a trends guy. I get it.
But their spreads have been like 15.5. Like when
they've kept every game within single digits. They've kept every game within single digits, and now they're getting Indiana at home, and you can just comfortably lay 21.5. That's too much for me.
Yep, give them to me. Indiana's going to kill everybody.
They
might beat Ohio State in 6 weeks.
It sounds like somebody's still butthurt about losing to Indiana.
Not at all.
We'll move on. My pick is Minnesota -3 against Michigan State.
Jonathan Smith fired game.
Yep. Michigan State's reeling. They had a backdoor cover against Michigan last week, surprisingly. But I like Minnesota to take care of business after getting absolutely embarrassed by the Hawkeyes last weekend. They get to come back home. PJ Fleck's pretty good at home. Michigan State's not very good. Minnesota's just not that good either. But I think they're a field goal better than Michigan State this week. Give me Minnesota -3.
I like it.
Bird, do you?
There's 2 games I want to take. There's one game. It's just been stuck on my mind. Okay. I have absolutely been rocking with this team for the last 3 weeks. I'm going to make it 4. Vandy. Plus 122. I don't know if that line's changed since I looked at it on Monday or Tuesday or Sunday.
It's 120.
But I'm going Vandy over Texas. Okay. I know Texas has great defense, but I just don't see him stopping anything. I just think Diego Pavia has that dog in him. It's their year. I want to see them beat Texas at Texas. I think they can do it. I think it's gonna be a close ass game. I don't think either team runs away with it. I think Arch is going to continue to make mistakes. A freshman's going to make, or a first-time starter is going to make, whatever he is.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Give me the doors.
All right. I like it. Actually, I love that pick.
Thank you.
Dunham, where are you leaning?
I'm doing it. Florida Gators money line.
All right. All right.
Hmm.
I like it.
I don't hate it either. I think it's a good way for Florida to say it wasn't our fault.
Or for DJ Lightweight to finally be like, thanks for letting me play football. No
Yeah.
more bubble screens.
Yeah. We said it going into the year that we thought Lagway was a stud. And I don't think we should turn our backs on that now, especially if Billy Napier's gone, the man who's kind of held him back the last few weeks of the season. Obviously, everybody at Florida agreed. So let's see what DJ Lagway can do. Have a field day against Georgia for the Florida-Georgia line.
Yeah, I just think like if he jumped in the portal, he's probably the highest paid quarterback in the portal.
I would agree with that sentiment right there. Unless teams are high on Saka Popatelli or whatever,
I mean,
like,
he certainly will garner quite a bit of attention.
Marcel Reed.
He's staying at A&M. He ain't going nowhere. That's his job.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to my pick. I typically don't do big upsets, but I am gonna take an upset this week in a game that we haven't talked about.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to the Big 12, and I'm going to take the Kansas State Wildcats.
Yes.
To beat the Texas Tech Raiders at plus 230.
Wow.
Avery Johnson has been dealing the last 4 games, 9 touchdowns versus 1 pick. Kansas State looking a lot more like the team that they should have at the beginning of the year before they lost to Iowa State. They're playing Texas Tech at home, and I think Texas Tech is on major upset alert here. I like Kansas State a lot, and I think they win this one in a close one. Last second field goal, perhaps. Kansas State's going to be rocking. They're going to bring the crowd. They're going to bring the juice. And I think Avery Johnson goes off. This game's going to hit the over, and Kansas State's going to win.
Oh, yeah. I like that. This is Morton's first game back in 3 weeks after injury. Backup quarterback's gone. I agree with you. I like Kansas State in this spot, playing much, much better football.
Yes. So give me the Wildcats.
I like it.
I would go Texas Tech here because I know who they play next week, and I'd rather Bayer Bachmeier upset them when they're on a roll.
Yeah.
Okay. The Cougs. So I would probably go Texas Tech in this game just for the reason being I want the Raiders to continue to ride that high and then just get demolished.
And that's fine too. I just think the Wildcats are going to do it first, and then all of a sudden BYU is going to be on big time upset alert. So
yeah, they'll probably lose the next game after that.
Another upset I would potentially look at Wake Forest plus 295 walking into Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. The Seminoles are 9.5-point favorites.
Wow,
seems
which
steep.
Is wild. Wake Forest is literally a first down away from being a one-loss team.
Mm-hmm.
Like they almost beat Georgia Tech at home. Granted, this is on the road, but Florida State's not that good, and they haven't played that well to be a 9.5-point favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Wake Forest, right? That's who we're talking about?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They burned me against North Carolina State a few weeks or a couple months ago. Yeah. I'm not a fan of them, but I think there's certainly cover potential here. 10 seems like a big number to me.
Yeah. I mean, I said it in a text chain a couple weeks ago. Coach Dickert, if you want to get freaky with some of these coaching hires, Jake Dickert might be the guy. Okay, he was at Washington State after Leach left, did part of a rebuild. COVID happened. Washington State admin said, like, hey, you need to get the COVID shot. And he was like, hey, you need to go fuck yourself. And they were like, all right, well, you're fired then. And he was like, all right, fine, I'll go somewhere else. Then he reemerges, wins some more, goes to Wake Forest, and we're still winning football games. If I'm one of these ADs, if I'm looking for somebody with a little bit of an edge, maybe fits potentially like, the right leaning politic culture, if you will, Jake Dicker might be worth a call.
Yeah, might be.
Might be. I'm not saying that a certain somebody in purple and gold potentially should call them, but he can coach football and he's pretty good at it.
Well, if he beats this Florida State team, I'm sure that there's going to be some phone calls
As they should be.
being made. So I think it's a perfect time for Jaybird to lead us on out of here.
Virginia Tech plus 300. We love you guys.
Good subtle ad. I was looking at that too. I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
They've been on a tear. So I hope they continue to do that. And I hope that bet hits. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, we love you. We love talking to you. Like, follow, subscribe, hit us up on all the social medias. We'd love to talk to you more about our thoughts, our opinions on college sports. Chumps, out.
Have fun at Air Force Army, Jaybird.
Thank you.
I'll be watching
Nice
CC
job.
hockey Friday night. That's going to be spooky.
Nice. Happy Halloween, you hooligans. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid.
Yes.
Chumps out.
Stay out of jail.